back in my day, we played with fireworks all the time.
Whoops.
And that exact same thing happened, except for we would stick them out of our assholes.
Grandpa.
Welcome back to KeyQuest.
Grandpa's from such an extreme, like...
It's a different era, okay?
He's like super sheltered.
I don't think sheltered's the right word for it.
No, you're right. How do I mean, I know I can just fly there, but one of these I can't. Oh, it's a key.
That's okay. I always liked hearing like cool stories from like my grandpa and stuff, because like things were just different back then, and he could be like, no, that's not something that I can say without like getting in trouble. Okay, so my grandma, after my grandpa passed away, started dating again, and she met a nice guy from, and these are his words, not mine, from Mississippi. Or was it Missouri? I don't quite recall. Okay. So he didn't know where he was from. Okay. Anyway, so he's from the South. Uh-huh. And he had a black friend. Okay. But he did not call him that. Yeah, we understand what you're saying. And he called that family the N-worders. Okay. So whenever they wanted to go see a movie, he couldn't go alone. So he would always say like, well, maybe the blankers wouldn't mind if we had them come along. Of course, they have to sit with in a different place. And my grandma's sitting there like, oh my god, stop saying that word! Yeah. Like, I think it was I was 18 at the time, but like, my little brother was 15, and I don't know if he's ever heard that word before. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's just a different time period that they're from. Do you have any non-racist stories? There was a story that and I don't know how true it is because my grandpa liked to tell stories. My grandpa was in the army, and he did parachuting stuff. So he told us one story where he parachuted, and I don't know what happened. He ended up breaking his legs upon landing. Problem was, where they landed was not where the base was, or anywhere close to it. So what do you mean, his legs? Like, he broke his leg when he landed. Okay. His legs didn't land somewhere. They were still attached. No, he broke his leg or legs. The number of legs it broke changed with each story. So, like, sometimes it was 1, other times it was 3. Yeah. Okay. But he somehow managed to carry himself all the way back to the base or whatever. Mm-hmm. But once again, I don't know how badass my grandpa actually was, or if he was just telling stories about how he carried himself with broken legs to an army base in Vietnam. I feel like this is where I need to be. You're trying to get to that one section? Oh, no, that's it. You didn't turn enough. I didn't know where it was, but I know now. Okay, you got this one. Yeah, okay. Did any of your grandparents serve in any war? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. My family doesn't talk, I guess, as much. I don't... I have, like, a grandpa. I have, like, 2 grandmas. I have 2 grandpas, 2 grandmas, 2, like, great-grandmas still, and I just really don't know that much about any of them. Honestly. That might be something that you want to ask about, because war stories are kind of cool. Okay. Especially when they're from your grandpa that likes to tell stories. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, one of my grandpas runs a car dealership kind of a thing, and my other one's a plumber. So I feel like that neither of them have done any serving. I wouldn't be surprised if, like,
my great grandpa Elmer did something, but he passed away when I was very young.
Mm-hmm.
Oopsie. So I'm not sure.
My grandpa's a plumber, so I don't know if he did any like serving or whatever. And then it's like, so Grandpa, did you actually serve any time? Oh yeah, I remember during time in the war, and you know, I was a plumber then back then too. So when the dang Nazis came at me, I took my plunger and shoved it right up their ass and eviscerated them from the inside.
Jesus Christ. Well,
but you know, just the standard soldier stuff, really.
Well, okay. I don't. I don't know. I mean, it's one of my grandparents. Well, I guess both of them weren't really in my life that much until relatively recently, when they got divorced and then were apart for 30 years and then got remarried. So I mean, that's kind of crazy. You don't hear about that.
No, I guess not.
But now they're like more in my life. But I guess I still don't. I don't know. I feel like
Where's that treasure chest?
I feel like I'm being judged. Oh, right, that treasure chest. Now that I have the key.
Mm-hmm. Why are you being judged?
Because I don't know anything about my family, and I feel bad that I don't know.
Well, hey, you can ask. It's the beauty of the human communication. Is this the way that you're supposed to get here?
I don't know. Probably not.
I think you cheated.
Yeah, but I've already been here.
Oh.
I'm going to the treasure chest that you mentioned.
Right, because you got the key now. I'm sorry.
I'm hoping that this treasure chest contains 25 gems, because otherwise I honestly don't know where the last of them are.
Because if it doesn't, then it doesn't look like you're getting 100%.
I'll probably just stop the recording and come back after I figure it out.
Okay.
Because I still need 25.
Well, 25 is a pretty even number, and I would hide 25 gems in a chest like this. So.
Yeah. There we go.
Is that 25?
Mm-hmm. I did it.
Nice. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, see, 400. It doesn't tell me. I guess it does now. Yay!
Exit level. Exit the dry canyon.
The dry canyon.
You know, Wyatt.
Yes, Grandpa?
I'd say that your mother exited a dry canyon. And then you exited a dry canyon after that.
Different one.
It's a different canyon, though.
Grandpa?
Yes?
We've talked about this before. Please don't refer to Mom's vagina and Grandma's vagina as a dry canyon.
Oh. I didn't know that they had another word for that.
I'm gonna put my wiener in your dry canyon.
Back in my day.
They're like, I'm sure Grandma is just, she loves him very much, but she doesn't want to like correct him and just say, you know what, I'll just let him continue calling it that.
I was gonna say, like, back in my day, we learned things a little differently in school. And, they've got like a science book or whatever, and it's like, it says human anatomy on it. And then, you open up the page and it's like, there are a few key differences between a man and a woman. And they're like labeling all the diagram parts. And then one says like wiener and the other one says dry canyon.
Just wiener?
Yeah. It was a different time, man. They had like sensitive like words for things, because you couldn't say those things because that's how they were said in the Bible.
Wiener and dry canyon.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Sunday school a few times. It's like, do not lay with another woman because her dry canyon can get itchy. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes in the Bible, right?
Fuck.
What?
I just keep hitting people, yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. It was only like slandering the Bible. It's okay. How are you supposed to hit that person up there? Probably with fire. That's fire.
Yeah?
Hey, you know what I think about Spyro's abilities? I think they're pretty fire.
I guess it's kind of pretty.
Pretty fire?
I mean, look at it. Looks good. I keep bumping the table, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be editing this later, and I'm gonna just hear it. And I'm gonna be stop. I forgot that you can cancel it. I'm like, you're gonna go over the edge.
I think I can get to her from this way.
From this wise.
Whee!
I always liked saying sidewise. I don't remember where I started saying that. Like, obviously, I didn't come up with it.
Where or when?
I didn't obviously come up with it, but...
So you're not sure... You put two things together. You're not sure when you started saying it or where it came from, and instead you say, I'm not really sure where I started saying it.
I started saying it in Nantucket.
So...
Don't remember exactly when that was, but pretty sure that's where I started saying it.
What if all video games were like this short?
People would be very upset at the price.
But games have always been the same price. And if you want to account for inflation...
Games have been more expensive.
Games were more expensive than this, yeah. Oh, I have to go back.
I don't know.
You know, if games were always this length, could people really be complaining because they wouldn't know anything else? You'd probably have people going like, we should make a game that's longer.
Yeah, and then they'd have like, RPGs would still be longer. RPGs would be like $120.
Right.
It's twice the price for 8 times the game.
So, I don't know.
No, I think that if you made the change from like modern day games, they would be furious. But if this was all that they knew, excuse me,
I feel like
I'm fighting back burps here, and I'm experienced. But why wouldn't fire hurt him if he had? Oh, did you just die? I'm sorry.
I did just die.
I'm sorry, guy.
I feel like, whoopsie.
You feel like?
I'm sorry. If games were just really short all the time, we'd probably have a lot of like really good games still. If people weren't so concerned about trying to make a long game with a lot of content, you could probably assume that, yeah, cool. You could probably assume that like the games would, instead of, it would be quality over quantity, where right now we seem to be getting a lot of quantity over quality.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's fair of me. Who am I to say that I'm like some sort of video game review critic?
You're a professional reviewer. And now it's time for Wyatt's Professional Game Reviews.
I think games should be shorter and not have too much content to take away from the quality.
And that was Wyatt's Game Reviews.
Whoa!
Is that everything?
No.
No?
The purple one was 25. Unless that's how many...
It's just a really dumb number. No, I'm sorry. I'm Siri. Hello.
It sounded more like Cortana.
I don't know Cortana.
Cortana is
Cortana's the blue chick from Halo.
Cortana is the Windows version of Siri. I'm sorry, I was scratching my face.
Scratching my face.
Like, my computer has Cortana on it because I have Windows 10.
Can you talk to her?
I don't have a microphone, but
we don't have a microphone. What are we recording with?
I'm not gonna use this microphone to talk to Cortana on my computer.
Why? But then you could feel less lonely.
I don't feel lonely to begin with. What is that supposed to be?
Cortana, I'm lonely. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't... Do you think I give a shit about you? Oh, Cortana.
Do you think I give a shit about you?
No! Oh! Do you have to fight him again? No. Okay.
No. In fact, I'm still where I was.
Okay, I think I saw where the...
Yeah, I think I did too. They were way off in the distance to the left.
There's a gem in the distance. See it coming
up there.
Closer. Unless that's not.
I think it is. If I go up here and then to the left... I didn't check it the first time, but there it is.
What is it?
25.
Is it?
Yep.
Bing. Nice. And with 2 seconds to spare, on the next episode of KeyQuest, Dr. Shemp.
What?